6 fiery controversies Aryna Sabalenka fielded in 2025, raging Coco Gauff comments, escaping disqualification and more. Aryna Sabalenka's 2025 season was defined as much by her power hitting as by the storm of controversies that followed her from one major tournament to the next. What began as a tense exchange after the French Open final ballooned into a series of incidents that shaped public perception of the world number one. Her comments, on-court reactions, and participation in a divisive exhibition event kept her in the spotlight for reasons she probably did not anticipate. Aryna Sabalenka's post-match comments after the 2025 French Open final versus Coco Gauff. Sabalenka's first major flashpoint in 2025 erupted in Paris. After falling to Coco Gauff in a 3-set French Open final 7-6, 5, 2-6, 4-6, Sabalenka sparked immediate backlash when she said Gauff did not win because she played incredible, but because Sabalenka made all of those mistakes. Critics saw the remark as dismissive of Gauff's breakthrough performance, arguing that the Belarusian star shifted blame rather than acknowledging her rival's composure and grit. The reaction was swift. Commentators, fans, and former players called out the tone of her comments, framing them as disrespectful. Sabalenka later apologized publicly, conceding she had allowed frustration to overwhelm her judgment. She admitted that her comments were unprofessional and confirmed she had reached out to Gauff privately to congratulate her and set things right. Argument with supervisor over Berlin match suspension. Sabalenka's opening match in Berlin against Rebecca Mazurova suffered a strange postponement, drawing an annoyed reaction from the top seed. The 27-year-old was infuriated when her opponent complained about the seemingly slippery conditions after losing the first set 6-2. She made her feelings known when the chair umpire and the supervisor sided with Mazurova's verdict on the grass court and suspended the match for the day. "You're stopping the match because she said this side was slippery? But I just played 2 games on that side. She was losing," the world number one was heard as saying. Wimbledon 2025 loss to Amanda Anisimova and hate relationship, comment. Sabalenka's semi-final defeat at Wimbledon only added to a turbulent season. She lost 4-6, 6-4, 4-6 to Amanda Anisimova, a result that crushed her hopes of returning to the final. In her press conference, Sabalenka admitted that she had developed what she called a hate relationship with the tournament. She pointed to a trio of tough semi-final losses, the 2022 ban on Belarusian players, and injury setbacks as reasons behind her frustration. The world number one opted for measured responses after Gauff controversy, but could hide her frustration over Anisimova's conduct during the match. Although she praised the American's fearlessness and aggressive play, Sabalenka also voiced irritation over 2 moments she felt reflected questionable sportsmanship. She noted that Anisimova celebrated a point early and did not apologize after a net court winner, saying, "You don't want to say sorry?" Narrowly escaping disqualification in Wuhan. Aryna Sabalenka was chasing a staggering 4-peat at the WTA 1000 in Wuhan, having won the 2018, 2019 and 2024 editions. The world number one was however handed a brutal 2-6, 6-4, 7-6-2 defeat by Jessica Pegula in the semi-final. During the tense final moments of the match, Sabalenka lost her cool after getting broken at 5-5 in the 3rd set. Frustrated, she launched her racket toward her bench, almost hitting a ball boy and narrowly escaping disqualification. 2025 WTA Finals. Lost to Elena Rybakina and the stick shoots remark. The season's final controversy unfolded at the WTA Finals in Riyadh, where Sabalenka entered the championship match unbeaten. She fell 3-6, 6-7-0, to Elena Rybakina, breaking down in tears afterward and smashing her racket in full view of spectators. During her post-match remarks, Sabalenka credited Rybakina for outplaying her, saying the Kazakh star literally smashed me out of the court. But her attempt to analyze the match took a turn when she added that, "Once a year even a stick shoots." Many interpreted the phrase as suggesting Rybakina's win was a matter of luck rather than dominance. Rybakina brushed aside the remark when asked, saying she had positive feelings toward Sabalenka and her team and did not want to dwell on the comment, although fans and pundits continued to debate the tone. Battle of the Sexes, exhibition with Nick Kyrgios sparks criticism. Another controversy brewed long before the event itself. An exhibition match scheduled for late December 2025 in Dubai between Sabalenka and Nick Kyrgios was marketed as a modern battle of the sexes. The announcement immediately generated debate. Many argued that reviving the iconic 1973 Billie Jean King vs. Bobby Riggs storyline in a light-hearted exhibition trivialized the historical significance of the original match, which was a pivotal cultural moment for gender equality in sports. The promotional framing didn't help. With Kyrgios injured and ranked outside the top 600, observers felt the matchup reduced the concept to spectacle rather than meaningful competition. Critics labeled it a showbiz circus, claiming it risked undermining King's legacy and the decades of progress that followed. In a tennis season thick with plot twists, roaring crowds and headline-snatching personalities, Aryna Sabalenka, the sport's resident powerhouse, stood at the center of a storm that followed her from January to November. She won titles, broke rackets, lifted trophies and sparked more conversations than any other top 5 star. Some weeks, Sabalenka felt like she was rallying against opponents and the universe. Other weeks, she seemed to revel in the friction. Here is a creative look at 6 fiery controversies that defined Sabalenka's turbulent, unforgettable 2025. 1. The raging Coco Gauff comment war. The first flare-up of the season came not from Sabalenka's racket, but from her mouth. It happened after a tight 3-setter in Doha, where Sabalenka edged out Coco Gauff in a match filled with booming serves and cold stares. During the post-match interview, Sabalenka, still sweating and still too keyed up, offhandedly muttered that Gauff had been way too dramatic for someone ranked that high. Within hours, Gauff responded sharply in her own presser. If defending every ball and fighting for every point is dramatic, then sure, call me dramatic. I'm just trying to win. Fans exploded. Commentators debated. Social media set itself on fire. Sabalenka tried clarifying that she meant the match, not Gauff, was dramatic. Gauff, ever composed, simply posted a photo captioned, "Drama wins slams." The Cold War simmered through spring, making every potential rematch feel like the WTA's version of a boxing PPV. 2. The almost disqualification in Madrid. The second controversy looked like it could end in disaster. Deep in a tense quarterfinal in Madrid, Sabalenka lost a critical point on a line call she swore was wrong. Frustrated, she launched a ball toward the back fence, not at a person but with more force than she intended. It ricocheted off a metal post and skidded dangerously close to a line judge's shoulder. The crowd gasped. The umpire climbed down. Cameras zoomed in. Had contact been made or even grazed the official, Sabalenka would have been out, and fined heavily. In the end, she received a code violation and a stern warning, but the near miss became one of the most replayed clips of the clay season.